Hello everyone, so I'm back for another video, and today I'm going to be showing you a restoration. I tried to make this video outside. Well, I didn't try to make the video, but I didn't do any recording, but I did go outside and try to find a spot. But it rained recently and the ground is all soggy, so I couldn't do that. But I wanted to do it out in the nice lighting. But couldn't do that, so we'll have to settle with being on the bed with the crew, if you will. So yeah, so anyhow, I will show you guys a few pictures. So you saw if you'd seen the last video where I was taking out the hair of my Sun Colors Pocahontas, she is now completed, but just as a sort of recap, this was what she looked like before. Yeah, you can see how thin her hair was at the bottom. Yeah, she looked fine and all, but she looks so much better now, so without further ado, oh yeah, and I wanted to say, my last video got quite a few dislikes on it. I'm guessing because I've had a lot more, like, of a younger audience lately come subscribe to my channel and stuff like that. And I guess they don't understand doll restoration or how it works, so I guess they thought I was destroying the doll or something when I cut off all her hair and did all that. But as you can see, she now has a head full of luscious hair, and it's super thick, super duper shiny, and it is just a lot longer than it was. I think this is actually, I don't know, I've seen some of the Pocahontas, like the same one, where it goes down to the calf and then some goes to the knee area. So I guess it all just factory variants. It all depends on, you know, when the doll was made and everything like that. So maybe the first issues of this doll had longer hair and maybe the later ones had shorter hair or vice versa. I don't know. But she is super nice looking now. And yes, I sold these accessories off of a Hasbro Pocahontas so that she could have them, because she didn't have any. She didn't have her necklace. And after making that last video, I had seen that I had looked at pictures on Google, images of her, and she had a belt thing. So I was like, okay. So I decided to steal the belt off the other doll and put it on her. So there we go. She does still need quite a bit of work. She is clean for the most part, but she still has all these weird spots all over her legs. It looks like something that's caked on her. Like all those little spots and everything. It's also under her feet. I don't know if that's like mold or what it is, but it's been there for as long as I had her, and there used to be more, but as I've washed her over and over again, it's flaked off. So yeah, that's going to need to happen. As for her feet being chewed up, there's nothing I can do about that. It doesn't really bother me all that much. I need to repair her neck. So yeah, the seam on her neck cracked open on the other side. Where I had glued it, it's still glued, but over here it isn't. And then she also has like this V-shape part of her neck that's trying to chip out, so I'm going to have to glue all that back together and possibly glue her neck joint in place. I don't know. I also like all this like bronzy color that you see here. I did that with nail polish. Her original um, coloring that was on there had chipped away ages ago. In fact, when I found her, she didn't have any of this. I didn't even know that she had like a bronzy color on the fringe part. So I still need to do that. I still need to paint all this. But yeah, I did that with nail polish a long time ago. And it stayed. I think maybe some of it has chipped off, I don't know, but I'll have to touch it up. So she can have those original colors. And like y'all saw her, I think I showed it in the last video, her dress does still work and everything. So yeah, but she just has such amazing hair. Now, it's very thick, very shiny, and it just makes her look that much more polished. Yeah, she does have some eyebrow paint missing. Let me see. So yeah, she has some paint on her eyebrow right there missing, and then this eyebrow is faded a little, but her eyes are perfect, and then her lips are definitely perfect. There's no paint chipped off of them. She still has her blush and everything like that, so that's very nice. But yeah, she has, because before she had like a bald spot in the back. But as you can see, no more bald spots anywhere. She has absolutely no bald spots. It's very nice and thick throughout her scalp. And that is what I wanted. I wanted at least one Pocahontas doll that had a full head of luscious, lovely hair. But yeah, me and this doll go way back. The first time I'd ever encountered a Pocahontas doll was at my friend Nikki's house when I was like, I'd say 8 years old. And I remember going into the bathroom, like my brother was over there at her house with me. I don't remember why. But like, I think I do know why. I think I used to go over there after school, and my brother just so happened to get off school with me at the same time. And we both went over there until my mom got off of work. And so my friend's mom, Vicky, kind of babysat us for a while. So I remember going into the bathroom, and I remember seeing this doll in the bathtub, and she was like still wet and everything, but I was like, oh my god, it's Pocahontas. And I was like, I didn't know that there was a Pocahontas doll. I mean, maybe I'd seen an advertisement once, but yeah, she was naked and she was in the bathtub. She was all soggy, but I could see how thick her hair was and her face mold and all that stuff. And I saw that she had an actual tattoo on her arm and stuff like that. And so I was like playing with her, and then my brother comes in the bathroom and he's like, he grabs the doll from me and is like slinging her all over the place. And note, this is my older brother, so yeah, he was being a weirdo. And my friend Nikki freaked out and was like yelling at him to give her Barbie back to her. So yeah, that was a weird situation. But yeah, that was my first encounter with a Pocahontas doll, and I was super jealous of my friend. Like, she had all the Barbies and stuff. She even had this little perfume bottle that had a picture of Pocahontas on it. So, like, she had a fragrance and stuff that was Pocahontas, and I was so jealous. My friend Nikki was just like, I envied her because she had, like, all the Furbies. She had a Beanie Baby collection. She had all the Barbies. She had a Sky Dancer. She had a Game Boy Color. I mean, that was like the thing back then. And, but I mean, my thing was the Barbies. I mean, that was what we did whenever we were together, was played Barbies all the time, so. Yeah, and I remember being jealous of all her dolls because she had every one that I ever wanted. Of course, now I have all the ones that she has more, so kind of childhood goals. But I mean, I remember she had this one. She had Secret Hero Mulan, which I have now. I remember I brought my Sparkle Beach Barbie over, and she didn't really let me play with her dolls all that much. But I mean, and of course there was one doll that she would never let me touch, and that was Portrait in Blue Barbie, which she called China Blue Barbie for some reason. But I guess she just forgot the name, but she remembered blue was in there, so she just called her China Blue, and the doll was made in China, so I guess that's where that came from. So, that was the one I was never allowed to touch. She also had Bubbling Mermaid Barbie too, but I used to think she was a fountain mermaid because we like filled her body up with water and then like squeezed her body and then water shot out of her crown, so yeah, we thought she was a fountain mermaid, and then I discovered way later on that there was an actual fountain mermaid Barbie, and I was like, no way. That doll was not meant to blow bubbles. She was like the OG fountain mermaid, and then I was very much corrected. So yeah, I was jealous of all the dolls that my friend Nikki had. But yeah, she had her Secret Hero Mulan, and there was that Portrait in Blue Barbie I was never allowed to touch. And then she had the Pocahontas fragrance. Her room was also like my dream room. She had like the netting you hang up in your room to put all your teddy bears and stuff in. And then she had pink curtains and like pink and purple, this and that. And the curtains with, the sunlight coming in, it just made the whole room glow this like pinkish color, and I was just like, oh my god, it's like a freaking fantasy. So I wanted that room. I wanted everything she had. So, and I remember distinctly she had brought a Barbie over to my house. I think it was like a brand new one she'd gotten. I remember begging her for that doll because all my dolls were kind of trashed. Because they all like came from the garbage and the garage and were hand-me-downs, so the only dolls I'd gotten new were McDonald's ones and ones from the dollar store. So yeah, but I'm so happy to finally have this doll. I mean, even though I've had her since 2007, I believe, but it's like the more I clean her up and everything, it's like the more nostalgic she becomes. And I mean, my friend Nikki's Pocahontas was like perfect, minus her being wet and not having any clothes, but I could tell that doll had thick hair, and I could tell that she was like really nice quality. So even when I was a kid, I noticed things like that. So yeah, that's my little story about Pocahontas dolls and like how I first discovered them and how jealous I was of my friend Nikki. But yeah, that is her for now. I guess I will keep updating. I do have other Pocahontas dolls, so maybe I'll do a collection video if you guys would be interested in seeing that. And I also have her little raccoon Miko. He's actually to a Hasbro Pocahontas, which was given to me on my birthday. So he's taken quite a beating too. I think I carried him around my purse or something. So like, you can see on his nose paint's missing, and then there's some paint scuffs there, but it is what it is. And she has her little cutie there. But yeah, he's supposed to, I guess he's supposed to squirt water out, and then the dress changes colors on the Hasbro doll that I have. But it's like he's squirting it out of his neck. I know what this is supposed to be. Like, you're supposed to, like, when you put your hands in water, you put your hands together like that, and you can, like, squeeze your hands together and water will squirt. So I guess it's supposed to be that sort of thing, but, like, I don't know why the hands are right there. I think it would have just been a lot cuter if it was on the mouth. would have made more sense. I don't know. Because I have like Barbie little fishies that are like this, and like with my what's she called? Color Magic Mermaid, I believe. She's the Barbie Color Magic Mermaid. She comes with a seahorse that you fill with water, and then the water squirts out of the mouth, so you like dunk the seahorse in like hot or cold water and squeeze, fill it up, and then you squirt it on her hair, and then changes colors. So I feel like the mouth would have been a better thing. I don't know. It just seems a little bit weird that it's right there, but at least she has him. It's like me. I have Teddy, so it's like my emotional support. And Pocahontas has him for her companion, so it's very, very nice that they're together. So yeah, enough of my rambling. But I just wanted to come on here and show you guys the aftermath, and that this doll is not destroyed for the younger people watching my videos and don't understand what doll restoration is. I'm sure a lot of them saw me cutting off a doll's hair and they were just like, I don't like this, they're destroying the doll, and this is mean, and I hate this video, and blah, blah, blah. So, you know. But no, she is fine. She's got brand new hair, and I am never cutting her hair off again. So yeah, that is her. Thank you guys for watching my super long rambly video. More videos to come, and remember to stay true to you.